Hello, everybody, and nice to meet you, Karina, as well. Karina, you did just say it was your first time. Is it your first time doing yoga ever, or just first time in this environment?
No, just first time in this environment.
Cool. Excellent. Nice. All right. And as always, if you have any injuries, if you just want to pop it privately in the chat, or if you want to shout it out, just let me know if you're dealing with anything or working with anything. Otherwise, we're going to get cracking. Okay. So I have got a playlist in the chat. I'll put it in there one more time. If you would like to use it, it's optional, of course. And so today's class, we're going to be starting on our backs. And the theme for this class as well today, we're entering the month of March. And I know Mirta, we work together in the same studio, and we have this theme about growth. But actually what I wanted to think about today, what I want us to think about in our practice today, is a little bit more sense of grounding before the blossoming, before the growth ever occurs. The grounding part is so important. So we're going to be working with holding in the poses for a little bit longer. It's also some feedback that we had last week, so I would like to introduce that today. So yeah, if there's no injuries, nothing else, we're going to get started, and I'm going to hit play on the playlist. If you're joining me, the first song is Ayana. All right, have a lovely class, everyone. Okay, so you want to lie on your back with the feet at the top of your mat. And just allow yourselves to settle into this pose, taking the feet out wide, take the hands, palms facing towards the sky. As with all classes, we're just going to take the first few moments to arrive into this space. We have arrived physically, but let's take a moment now to drop out of our minds, leaving the sort of chaos in the mind, or whatever else it is that we've been doing today, just placing it to one side, allowing yourselves to drop into your body for the next 60 minutes. So first start to just become aware of your surroundings. So we do that by tapping into the different sensations, the sounds, sense of taste, of touch, smell, whatever it is, just trying to notice the details. As we do this, as we observe these sensations, we allow ourselves to ground into the present moment, to root ourselves in the now. You just start to notice sound, music, voices, maybe footsteps, traffic, whatever it is, become aware. And then drawing your awareness to a different sensation, maybe touch. Notice the connection of your clothing to your skin. Maybe the connection of your body to the mat. Just notice without judgment, without attachment, and observe. Let's continue our journey inwards. Draw your attention now to your breath. Just first notice the quality. Is it shallow? Is there a sense of heat as you exhale? What do you notice about your breath right now? And on your next inhale, just gently deepen the breath. Send the breath a little bit further down into the belly. And exhale through the nose softly. Again, this time deep inhale into the belly, a little bit deeper. And exhale a little bit longer. Trying to extend the breath now. Inhale through the nose, down into the belly, then into the chest. Exhale, allow the chest to soften and the belly to flatten. A few more rounds, moving at your own breath. You notice the mind starts to wander. Just bring your attention back to your breath. Focusing on the deep, long inhales and long exhalations. Keeping your eyes closed. On your next exhale, bring your right ear to the mat. Gentle twisting of the neck. Staying here for a couple of breaths. Keep the shoulders down the spine. And then inhale, draw the neck back through to center. And exhale to the left. This time left ear towards the mat. Gentle stretching through the side of the neck. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. And stay for one more breath. Inhale, draw the neck back through to center. And bring your right knee into your chest. You can place the hands underneath the right knee and gently pull on the leg just to bring it closer to the body. Maybe you draw some circles with the knee so you start to open the hip, whatever feels nice. From here, keep the left hand on the knee. Extend right arm wide and gently draw your left leg across your body, coming into a supine twist. So my right leg comes to the floor. Doesn't matter if the knee hovers. Try to keep both shoulders glued to the mat. Inhale into the side ribs. Exhale, soften. Inhale, come back into center. Swap the grip, so take the right hand onto the right knee and extend the left arm wide. And then gently allow the right leg to fall open, so opening out through the hips. Staying for one more breath. And inhale, come back through to center. Bring your left leg to join your right and give yourself a big sweep. As you exhale, release your right leg along the mat. Keep the left leg into the chest. Maybe draw circles with the knee. Maybe even taking little ankle rolls, one way and then the other. Just gently warming up body here. Extend your left leg, left arm long. Using your right hand, draw your left leg across the body, supine twist. Keep both shoulders down and then breathe into the side body. Keep that right leg nice and long. And relax the shoulders. One more breath. Inhale, come back into center. Swap the hands, left hand onto the left knee and open the leg out wide. Extend the right arm long. Staying here, 2 breaths. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, draw the left leg into center. Right leg joins left. Again, give yourself a big squeeze. And then take the hands to the backs of the knees. Keep the chin tucked as you gently rock and roll up and down the spine. Hovering as you come up on your inhales. Exhale to release back down. A couple more breaths. Inhale to come up and hover. Exhale to release. This time as you come up, we're going to hold the Vasana boat pose. So keep the hands behind the backs of the legs to begin with. Draw the knees into the chest. Engage the core. Feel that fire switching on in the belly. Lift the chest. And if you would like to take it to the next, you can extend the arm from palms facing high. Just keep drawing the knees into the chest. We're switching on the core muscles. Last breath. As you exhale, cross over the feet, gently roll over into a tabletop position. So adjust yourself back into the center of the mat. Make sure the knees are stacking underneath the hips, the wrists underneath shoulders, tops of the feet actively pressing into the mat. Tuck the pelvis slightly, so draw your belly to your spine. I'm going to stay here for 2 breaths as we press the earth away, lifting out of the shoulders, spreading fingers nice and wide. Last breath. Use your core muscles, pull your belly to your spine. As you exhale, we're going to sit the bum back, child's pose, just for 1 breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come back into your tabletop. And as you exhale, you're going to take the weight into the fingers this time, warming up the wrists. Inhale to come back to tabletop. Exhale, take the weight forwards. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, forwards. And then come back to your neutral tabletop. Around cat-cow, as you inhale, drop your belly and lift your gaze. Draw your chest through your arms. And as you exhale, round through the lower back, the middle, the upper, and draw the chin finally to the chest. Inhale, drop the belly and lift the gaze. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, last time, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Draw the shoulders down the spine and draw your chest through the arm. Exhale to round. Come back to neutral tabletop. Keep the hips lifted and stacking over knees. Extend the hands forward and lower the chest. Happy pose. So my hips stay exactly over my knees. I'm lowering my chest. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, or maybe allow the chin to soak down. I'm going to stay here for 3 breaths. So active through the forearms, but keep pressing your chest towards the earth. Last breath here. As you inhale, transfer the weight forward into your forearms. Lower your hips to the mat and lift your chest, Sphinx pose. So I'm actively pressing into the mat to lift out of my shoulders. Notice if you're dropping into the shoulders. Press the earth away, spread the fingers, press the tops of the feet into the mat, and press the pelvic bone forward. Staying here for 1 more breath. As you exhale, draw the chin towards the chest, tuck your toes, and lift your hips into forearm plank. Staying here for a few breaths. Keep drawing your belly to your spine, engage your core. Pressing actively through the forearms, lift out of your shoulders. Press down through the heels. Making sure the neck is an extension of the spine, so don't let the neck drop down. Lift the neck, gazing at the fingers. 1 more breath. As you inhale, press up into your proper plank, your extended plank, keeping the belly tucked in, drawing to the spine. And then as you exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Untuck your toes, squeeze your elbows in as you lower your body to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest, draw the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe you release the grip. So using your lower back muscles, exhale to release. Do that 1 more time. Inhale, peel the chest off the mat. Holding here, press into the feet, hover the hands, stay for 1 more breath. Exhale, release down, tuck your toes, and press back into your first downward facing dog. So take a few moments just to pedal out the feet, spread the fingers nice and wide. Make sure that the feet are about hip distance. Maybe you drop one hip and then extend the other leg, whatever feels good. A few more breaths just to find what feels nice in this pose. One more breath of movement before we find stillness. Coming to stillness, actively press down through your heels, draw up through the hips. Keep the belly tucked in and squeeze your elbows inwards to create a little bit of space in the upper back. Gazing towards your shins and staying here for 2 more breaths. Find stillness, find a focus point, a drishti. Last breath here. And as you exhale, walk your hands towards your feet, coming into a forward fold at the back of your mat. Feet are still hip width, then generously through the knees and past the whole of the elbows, ragdoll. Allow yourself to be super heavy here, maybe sway from side to side, shake the neck, really trying to release the back body. Last breath. Good. Release the arms, engage the core and roll up to standing. Keep the chin tucked. And then as you raise and lift your head, lift your arms as you inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, so draw your hands up, your shins, extend your back nice and long. And exhale, walking out back into your down dog. Stay here for 2 breaths. Ground out through the heels. Last breath. Good, and then inhale, we're going to ripple to our high plank. Stay for 1 breath, draw the belly to the spine, press through the hands, and exhale, lower the knees, untuck the toes. This time, maybe you lower the arms 90 degrees, so lower the body halfway. Inhale, perhaps full cobra, so lift the chest, draw the shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, we're going to lift up again, full cobra, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, release, tuck the toes, and press back into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths here just to come back to stillness. Find your drishti. This time, walk the feet to the top of your mat. Feet together as you inhale, halfway lift, so flat back, hands to shin. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand up nice and tall, hands to the sky. And exhale, folding back straight again. Dive with the chest. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back, plank. Squeeze the belly to the spine. Stay for 1 more breath. As you exhale, option this time to keep the knees lifted as you lower halfway, elbows 90, Chaturanga Dandasana. Squeeze the elbows in. This time maybe option for upward facing dog. So your thighs are lifted this time. Try not to collapse in the shoulders. Draw the shoulders away, lift out and up. Exhale, roll over the toes and come to stillness in your downward. Last breath. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg into the sky. Hips are square, flex through the back foot. Keep actively pressing through both heels. Check the shoulders are square. Keep pressing the chest towards your thigh. And draw your big toe towards the inside of your left leg. So you keep the foot nice and flexed and the hips parallel. Last breath. As you exhale, draw the knee into the chest. Shoulders over wrists. Tiger curl and hover. Stay for 1 more breath. Inhale. Draw the knee up high. And exhale, step the foot between the hands and drop the back knee. Inhale, lift the chest and lift the hands. runner's lunge. So we want to make sure that the pelvis is slightly tucked. So engage your glute, pull your belly to your spine, but keep pressing your hips forward. Knee stacks over the front ankle. You can untuck your back toes or keep them tucked. Yogi's choice. Keep reaching the fingers towards the sky. Squeeze the inner elbows together to create a little bit of space in the upper back. Last breath. As you exhale, right hand stays high, left hand comes to the inside of your right foot, and we twist open towards the right side. Keep pressing the hips forward, and again, try not to collapse in that left hand, lift up and out. Last breath. Good. Tuck your back toes if they're not already, and lift your back knee, easy twist. So still in this lunge, opening through the chest, hips are square. Last breath. Exhale, right hand comes to the mat, and start to straighten your front leg, lower your chest. Staying here for 2 breaths. Option if you'd like to flow through the low lunge. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, straighten the front leg, send the hips back. Or staying here for 1 more breath. Come back to your low lunge, inhale. Take the hands a little bit in front of the right foot and step your back leg up. Float your left leg high, so prep the standing splits. So we're not going there just yet. We're just floating that left leg high. And then we're going to step back. Bend into your supporting leg. Step back into high lunge, lift your chest. So a moment here just to check what's going on. Are the hips square? Are you bending nice into that front leg? Option to bend the back knee, to rotate the hips under, and then you can straighten your back leg. Squeeze your glutes. Reach your fingers high. And we'll stay here for 1 more breath. Keep reaching the fingers. Last inhale. And as you exhale, drop the back heel down, open the hips, open the chest. We're going to come into warrior 2. So your back heel is in line with the front heel. Sorry, your back foot is in line with the arch of your front foot. Heel of your front foot. We'll get there in a minute. Bend nice and low to that front leg. Knee stacks over ankle. Active on the back foot. Press on the outer edge. Find your drishti, your focus point. Come back to your breath. Stay for 2 more breaths. Can you drop a little bit deeper in that front leg? Inhale, flip the front palm. As you exhale, take your left hand towards your left shin, or to your left thigh, and reach your right arm up and over. Avoid the knee with your left hand, reverse warrior. Stay for 1 more breath. Reach the right fingertips up and away. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. Exhale, frame your front foot. We're going to step back to plank, hold for 1 breath. And exhale, come through vinyasa of your choice. So you can drop the knees if you'd like, or you can keep them lifted, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Find stillness, 2 breaths. Draw the heels down, lift the hips, press the chest to your thigh. Inhale, sweep your left leg higher, hips are square. Active through both heels, press through both heels, keep the shoulders square. Last breath, can you keep the leg a little higher? Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists, doming through the upper back. Stay for 1. Exhale, step the foot forward, drop the back knee and lift the chest, low lunge. Hips are square, pelvis is tucked slightly. Front knee stacking over front ankle. Fingertips active. 1 more breath. Exhale, bring your right hand down, left hand high, twist. Open the chest. Keep pressing the hips forward. Keep the back toes tucked. As you lift your right knee, easy twist. So hips are square. Left hand reaches high. Stay for one more breath. Exhale, left hand comes down to join the right. Start to straighten your front leg and lower your chest. Option to flow through. Inhale, runner's lunge. Exhale, pyramid. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Last breath, wherever you are. Inhale to come back to your lunge. Take the hands forward and start to float your back leg high. Lower the chest just for 1 breath. And then bend your supporting leg, step back. Inhale to lift high lunge. Again, take a moment to check the hips. Hips are square, pelvis tucked slightly. Bending into that front leg, knee stacks over ankle. The fingertips are reaching high. Squeeze your elbows together to create space through the upper back. Last breath. Can you drop a little deeper? Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Front heel in line with the arch of the back foot. Extend the fingers wide. Find your drishti, your focus point, and come back to your breath. Last breath, can you drop a little deeper? Let's keep squeezing that left knee out wide. Inhale, flip the front hand. As you exhale, reverse the warrior. So the legs, the bottom half, stay exactly where they are. But reach your left hand up and over. Right hand comes to the thigh or to the calf. Last breath, inhale. Inhale, come back to warrior 2. And then exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to plank, hold for 1 breath. Draw the belly up high. Exhale, vinyasa of your choice. Option to drop the knees, lower halfway. Inhale, full cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Find your drishti and find your stillness. Look to the top of your mat. As you inhale, bend your knees. As you exhale, step forward. And then inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, stand tall. And exhale, folding down, leading with the chest. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands down, step back to plank. Hold for 1. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Any vinyasa style you choose. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, float your right leg high. So keep the hips square as before. This time though, take the gaze to your hands. Take the weight into your right hand and see if you can have a go at hovering your left hand off the mat. So keep the shoulders and the hips square. Belly pulls towards the spine. Keep your drishti, your focus point, to maintain your balance. Last breath, kick through both heels. Keep pressing the chest to your thigh. Lower your left hand and your right leg comes into your chest. Tiger curl, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, plant the foot between the hands, drop the back knee, and inhale, lift the chest. This time as you exhale, bring the hands into prayer, heart center. Take your left elbow and hook it on the outside of your right leg. Twisting here, use that connection to twist a little deeper. Keep your left toes tucked as you lift your back knee, twisting lunge. Option to take the gaze over your right shoulder. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Round down through that front foot. And kick through your, press down through your back heel. Last breath. As you exhale, take the gaze to your right foot. Step your left foot in slightly and see if you can hover your left leg. Keep your left elbow connected to your right knee. Good. And then exhale, release the right hands down, standing split. So keep your left leg high. And then step back to high lunge. Left foot comes down as you lift the chest. Stay for 2 breaths here. Strong through the legs. Pelvis tucked, belly engaged. Last breath. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Staying for 2 breaths. Press that right knee open nice and wide. And drop down nice and low into that front leg. Inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Staying for just 1 breath. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. Exhale, right elbow to the right knee and sweep your left hand up and over, side angle. Do you want a straight line from the tips of your left fingers to the outside edge of your left foot? Try not to sit into that right elbow. Maybe you hover the right elbow on the knee. Or maybe you join your right hand with the left. Stay for 1 more breath. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. Exhale, frame your foot, step back, vinyasa. Hold in plank for 1 breath first. And exhale, lower down in any way you choose. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths, find stillness. Last breath here, grounding down through your heels. Inhale, sweep your left leg high, hips are square. So keep drawing that left big toe to the inner right thigh. Flex the foot, take the gaze to the hands. Transfer the weight into the left hand and float your right hand. Keep pressing your chest towards your thigh. Keep kicking through both heels. Belly is engaged. Staying for 2 more breaths. Last breath. Exhale, release the hand down, draw the knee into the chest, round through the upper back, tiger cut, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, feet between the hands, drop the back knee, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands in prayer. Inhale, release the shoulders down the spine as you prepare. Exhale, twist. Right elbow outside of left knee. Keep the back toes tucked. As you inhale, you're going to press up. Twisting lunge, lift your back knee. Gaze can come over the left shoulder. So use that connection between the palms of the hand. Press actively into the hands. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, down back. Good. Take the gaze to the foot, the left foot. Step the right foot in slightly. And see if you can hover the right leg, keeping that connection between the right elbow and the left knee. Exhale, release the hands down, standing splits. Kick your right leg high for 1 breath. Exhale, step back, high lunge, lift the chest. Exhale to soften into the pose. Drop a little deeper if you'd like. Keep the belly pulling in, last breath. Exhale, open out, warrior 2. Strong in that front leg. Press that left knee out wide. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior just for 1 breath. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Sweep the right hand up and over, side angle. Any variation we choose. You can bring the left hand to join the right. We'll keep that left arm floating, that left elbow floating on the left knee. Keep twisting the ribs open towards the sky, last breath. Inhale, come back, warrior 2. And exhale, frame that front foot, step back to plank, hold for 1 breath. Exhale, lower Chaturanga Dandasana, Vinyasa of your choice. Inhale, up dog or baby ball, full cobra. Exhale, down dog, 2 breaths. Find your stillness. Gaze to the top of your mat. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step, or maybe you float to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise all the way. This time as you exhale, bring your hands into prayer. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose. So you want to make sure the knees don't go past the toes. So sit back and pull your belly in as to not stick the bottom out. So you want to tuck the pelvis, neutral spine, sit down nice and low. You can take your hands up towards the sky or keep them in prayer. Drop down a little deeper. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Last breath. Can you go a little lower? Exhale, release and fold. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back, come through vinyasa of your choice. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, into down dog. Inhale, float your right leg high. Take the gaze to the hands. Take the weight into your right hand. See if you can float your left hand once again. This time though, option to bend your right knee. See if you can clasp a hold of your right foot with your left hand. Stay for 2 more breaths. Wherever you are, whichever variation you've chosen, find your drishti and hold. Last breath. Exhale, release. Draw the knee into the chest. And then plant the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. Lift the chest as you inhale. Exhale, hands in prayer. Twisting left elbow outside of right knee. And then pick up the back knee. Stay here for 2 breaths. Keep twisting, opening the chest. Shoulders away from the ears. Option this time to open the arms out wide. And then take the left hand to the top of your mat. You're going to start to step your left foot in and float your left leg high. Twisted half move. So the hips are square. Flex through your back foot. And the shoulders are opening wide. Almost like I'm stacking my shoulders on top of each other. Stay for 1 more breath. As I inhale, I'm going to stand up tall on my right leg. So bring my left knee into my chest, stalk pose, take the hands high. Option to extend the left leg forward and keep the knee tucked in. Stay for 1 more breath. Exhale, hands into prayer. Kick your left foot back and lower your chest. Warrior 3. So my hips are square, shoulders are square. Kicking through the back foot. You can bend through the right leg to begin with to find stability, and then gradually start to straighten your supporting leg. 1 more breath. Exhale, step back, high lunge, lift the chest. And then exhale, open out, warrior 2. Stay here for 2 breaths, drop down nice and low, that front leg. Squeeze your knee out wide. Inhale, flip the front palm, exhale, reverse the warrior. Stay for 1 breath. Keep a nice deep bend in that front leg. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, side angle, right elbow, right knee. Sweep the left hand up and over. Option to stay here. Or maybe you release the right leg, right hand down to the inside of your right foot, and the left hand comes towards the sky. We're going to transition into our half moon. So step your left foot in slightly and take your right hand to the top of your mat. Start to float your right leg up high. Open your chest, open your hips. So stack your hips on top of each other. Stack your shoulders on top of each other. Imagine you're like a piece of toast, a piece of bread. I'm going to fit you into a toaster. So nice And stacked shoulders, stacked hips. Stay for one more breath. If you come out, just come back in mindfully. And exhale, step back, warrior two. Good. Final breath here. And then exhale, frame your foot. Step back to plank. Hold for one. Exhale, vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhaling to down dog. Final side inhale, lift the left leg high. Hips are square, shoulders square. Gazing to your hands, float your right hand off the mat. Option to bend your left leg, clasp the hold of your left foot with your right hand. You're going to stay for 2 breaths. Keep pressing your chest towards your thigh. Last breath. And exhale, release the foot, extend the leg, draw the knee into the chest, high and curl, shoulders over wrists. Plant the foot down, plant the back knee, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale to hands and crown, twisting to the left. So right elbow outside of left knee. Keep the right toes tucked. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the right knee, twisting lunge. Opening the arms if you'd like to. Take the right hand slightly further forward. We're going to float the back leg up high. Shoulders open, but hips are square. Revolve, half moon. Kick through the back foot, lift the chest. See, again, if you come out, just come back in mindfully. Final breath. Inhale. Kick through the back foot. Yeah, this time inhale, stork pose, stand up tall, draw the right knee into the chest, hands to the sky. Option to extend the right leg, keep the knee tucked in. Bring the hands into prayer. And exhale, lower the chest, kick the right foot back, warrior three. Giant T shape. To keep the hips square, by drawing that right big toe towards the inner left thigh. Kicking that through that back heel, lift the chest slightly, last breath. Exhale, bend into the supporting leg, step back, high lunge. Stay here, 2 breaths, keep the hips square. Bend into that front leg. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Strong in the supporting leg. You want to keep pressing that left knee open wide, active on the outside of your back foot. Drop a little deeper into that front leg. Inhale, flip the palm, and exhale, reverse the warrior. Stay for 1 breath. Reach up and over. Keep a nice deep bend in that front leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Any option you choose, either to keep the left elbow on the knee, maybe you bring the left hand onto the inside of the left foot, extend the right arm long. Twist open the ribs towards the sky. 1 more breath. If you haven't already, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot, right hand towards the sky. Take the right hand slightly further forward, step the back foot in, and then float the back leg high. Open the chest, open the hips, half moon, stacking shoulders on top of each other, and stacking hips. Kick through the back foot. And stay here for 2 breaths. Can you take that right foot a little bit higher in the last breath? Good, step back, bend in the supporting leg as you step back, warrior two. Stay for 1 breath. And exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to plank, come through vinyasa of your choice. Exhale to lower, inhale to upward. Exhale, down dog. Find stillness, 2 breaths here. Ground down through the heel. Good, and then release the knees as wide as the mat. Big toes touching, send the bum back. And allow the chest to come between the thighs. Pausing for a moment in our child's pose. Giving yourself a few moments to come back to your breath, noticing any shifts in the body, noticing a change in the rhythm of the breath, the rhythm of the heart. Observing, acknowledging, becoming totally aware of what's going on. Inhale, come back into your tabletop. Exhale into your down dog. Gaze to the top of your hands. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step or float to the top. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the chest. Utkatasana, chair pose. So you can take the hands above you or bring the hands into prayer. Just keep sitting low, sending the bum back, and then making sure you can see all 10 toes. Squeeze your inner thighs. And then we're going to start to lower the chest parallel to the earth. So bring the chest towards the thighs. So you want your bum and your legs to be about 90 degrees, lowering your chest parallel to the earth. Squeeze your thumbs towards the ceiling. Staying here for one more breath. Maybe come up onto your tiptoes and lift your heels for the final breath. And then lower your heels towards your bum. Bring the hands down and maybe lowering onto your bottom with control. Lift your legs to Vasana. So option to bring the hands behind the thighs. Lift the chest. Squeeze the knees into the chest. Option, extend the hands long. The hands low. Or maybe you extend one leg. Maybe two. Or maybe neither. Keep squeezing the knees into the chest, engage your core. Final bit of work. As you exhale, lower down, low boat pose. So the legs and shoulders hovering off the mat. Finding a drishti focus point and back to the breath. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release everything to the mat. Give it a little wiggle, with a bit of a shake. And then draw both knees into the chest. Give yourself a sweep. Maybe even a rock from side to side. That feels nice. Then allow the feet to come to the mat. Knees pointing to the sky. Feet about hip width apart, just so you can tickle the back of your heel. You're going to come through a round of back bending or bridge pose. So press firmly through your heels and through your hands. Tuck your tailbone under and inhale, start to peel your hips, your lower back, your upper back off the floor, whereas you're coming up onto the shoulders. So actively press through all four corners of the feet. Imagine there's a ball between your thighs and you're squeezing the ball nice and tight. Keep lifting the hips, staying here for 5 breaths in total. Option to interlace the hands behind you to roll onto your shoulders even more. Keep squeezing your glutes and pressing the hips high. Last breath. Exhale, release the grip. Roll down nice and slowly. And then just allow the knees to fall in as you take the heels out wide. If we do any sudden movements, just pause here for a moment. And then you can allow both knees to fall over to the right and then to the left. And we're going to do one more round. So setting up just as before, feet come to the earth. Feet about hip width apart. Just so you can tickle the back of your heels. Press actively through the hands. Tailbone scoops under and start to lift the hips, lift the lower back, upper back, middle back, squeezing the glutes. Again, holding for 5 breaths wherever you are. If you have bridge in your practice, wheel in your practice, by all means go for it. Otherwise, staying here, bridge, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips and hold. Last breath. Exhale, release the grip, rolling out down through the spine, nice and slow. Heels as wide as the mat, knees knocking in. A moment of stillness. And then take the knees over to the left. And then the right. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Hands to the backs of the knees. Rock and roll gently up and down the spine. Ever so gently. Keep the chin tucked. And then coming up to seated. Extend the legs long. Straddle pose. I'm going to face you guys, but you can stay facing the front of your mat. So inhale, sweep your hands high. Keep the spine nice and strong as you exhale. Lower your hands. Puff the chest forward. Flex through the feet. And first of all, keep the spine nice and straight. You may only end up going here. It's absolutely fine. Just keep the integrity through the back body. Spine nice and straight for one more breath. And now you can round through your back. Lower your chest even closer to the earth. Keep your feet nice and flexed, toes pointing to the sky. Almost as if you're trying to rotate, externally rotate those thighs. Inhale to come up, lift the chest. With your right foot into the inside of your left thigh. Sweep your right hand up and over and fold towards the left side. Keep reaching your right hand up and away. The left hand can either come onto the right hip or on the inside of your left leg onto the mat. Just keep reaching up and over. Nice side stretch. Breathe into that side, right side body. Last breath. Inhale, come back up, lift the chest. And exhale, extend your right leg long. Your left foot inside of your right thigh. Inhale, sweep your left hand high and exhale to fold. Reach those left fingertips up and over. And gently rotate your ribs towards the sky. Inhale, come back up, recenter. Exhale, extend the left leg. Final forward fold here. Inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale to fold. If this isn't quite available for you, you can bring the soles of the feet together. Knees out wide, butterfly pose. Grasp hold of the feet and fold forwards. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, draw the feet up. Keep the feet nice and wide, wider than your mat. Take the hands behind you and then you're going to allow your left knee and your right knee to fall to the mat. So we've got 90 degrees in our front leg, 90 degrees in our left leg. So for you lot, you'll almost have your left leg parallel to the front of the mat and your right leg parallel to the long side of the mat. From here, lift the chest as you inhale. Your exhale, twist over your right leg. So twist to the side, to the back of your mat. You can stay here or you can start to lower the chest, whatever feels good. It's a deep twist. So take your time and find your sweet spot. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release the twist, come back to center and draw the knees back up. Exhale, take it to the other side. So drop both knees towards the left. Again, 90-degree angle in the front leg and in the back leg. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, twist over the left leg towards the back of the mat. Staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, release the twist. Bring the knees back up. And draw the feet together. Give yourself a big squeeze round through the back. Drop the chin to the chest. And then from here, gently start to roll out down through the spine, coming onto your back. Extend both feet up into the air. Now, option to stay here, or maybe you have like a block or a book, you can place it underneath your sitting bone, underneath your tailbone, just so you have a little bit more elevation in your hips, so the inversion is a little bit more intense. Or you can stay here, or if you have a wall close towards you, you can simply place the legs up the wall, and maybe open the arms out wide, cactus through the arms, 90-degree bend in the elbow. So really restorative inversion. Inversions are super important to help with our lymphatic system, our nervous system. It can be very calming. They treat the parasympathetic nervous system. So it's super nice just to take a restorative one at the end of practice. If you have a shoulder stand in your practice, by all means, go ahead. Otherwise, just stay here. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, draw the knees into the chest. Grasp a hold the outer edges of the feet. Allow the knees to come outside the elbows. Happy baby, our final pose. You can find some movement here, rocking side to side. Try to keep the tailbone glued to the mat. Tuck the chin slightly to keep a nice extension through the spine. If there's any final poses, anything that you feel you may need to take another twist, maybe continuing in an inversion of your choice. I invite you to close your practice any way you desire. And those of us in happy baby, final breath here. And then exhale, release the grip. Extend the legs long, feet as wide as the mat. Palms facing towards the sky, maybe popping on a piece of clothing before you arrive and get comfy in your final resting pose. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed and released down the spine, away from the ears. The feet are nice and heavy. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. And then parting your lips and just sighing it out. Actively releasing and letting go anything residual, anything that's lingering. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. Allow yourself to be heavy. Feel the full support from the earth beneath you. Release any tension in your fingers, in your face. Relax the muscles in your cheek and in your jaw. Allow yourself this moment of stillness, of quiet. Allow yourselves to have the sense of peace wash over the body. And I'll come back to you in a few moments' time. When adversity strikes, that's when you have to be the most calm. Take a step back, stay strong, stay grounded, and press on. When you're ready, you can start to bring yourself back into this moment, back into the room. First, draw your attention to your breath. And then you can send that breath to the tips of your toes, to your fingers. Just gently start to wake the body, maybe roll the wrists and the ankles. When you're ready, you can start to make bigger movements, maybe stretching the arms above the body, above the head, extending the legs long, and then drawing the knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. When you're ready, you can roll into whichever side and gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. If you can, keep the eyes closed just to keep your attention inwards for the final few moments. You can bring your hands onto your thighs or maybe into prayer at heart center. Just a final moment of gratitude from me to you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you and for trusting in me. Gratitude to yourselves for taking the moment to step onto your mat. Give yourself a little bit of time for you. And when you're ready, exhale, drop the chin to the chest, bowing the head. Inhale, lift the gaze, and then exhale, open the eyes with a beautiful smile. Namaste, everyone. Have a beautiful evening.